This pocket card is actually easier than it looks to make, and it's got all these special touches that, oh, I just love.
Hello, welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. I'm Julie Baca. I'm so excited you're here. We are making a pocket card. Pocket cards are just some of my favorite fun folds because they're easy and I love like the interactive part of being able to put inserts in there. I've got lots of tips to share with you in making this design. It's going to be easy. We're going to have fun. So I'm so glad you're here. If you want the measurements for this card, I've got a coordinating blog post that you can head to after this. There's going to be additional photos there and also my supply list of everything I use, although you can use any stamps, ink, and paper that you have with this design. All right, let's get started.
So for this style of pocket card, you're going to want to pick some patterned paper that has pretty sides on both sides. This is the Storybook Moments paper. So that's what I'm going to pick, but you pick what you want. And then out of these colors in your paper, you're going to choose your cardstock and your inks. Let me just show you real quick how I store my designer series paper. I keep my big sheets together, and then in front of it, I keep a page protector. I type out all the colors that are in the paper because I can see them very clearly. And so then I can very easily pick my cardstock and my inks to match. This pack of designer series paper came with all of these cutouts, so I put that in the front, and in the back I keep all of my scraps because I'm a frugal crafter and I hate to waste any scraps, and we are actually using some scraps in this project, so I'm putting them to good use. Now I'm going to show you how to cut the paper because I don't know about you, I get so intimidated about cutting these big sheets of paper, and they're beautiful and I hate to mess up. So what you're going to do is put it in your paper trimmer with the direction of your paper going this way. And then you're going to slice that at 3.5. Now I'm not going to cut this piece because I'm actually using another piece. I wanted to show you. This piece, I had cut some of these images out for another card, but I really want to use this piece. So in this case, because I got this big cutout right here, I'm actually going to flip it around to cut it at 3.5. And then what we're going to do is trim this down to 8.5. So this is what you need for your pocket. Oh wait, but we also have to score this. So now with the direction of your images going this way, and I should say the images that you want facing up on your card, have that facing you while you cut. And then we're going to be folding this back and back. So then this would be just kind of the less dominant image. So, okay, so now we're going to score this at 7.25. Uh-oh. Wait. There we go. I love this paper trimmer because it has this arm that extends out so you can do larger projects. And 4.75. All of those measurements are on my website, sunnydaystamping.com. If you're on my email list, I emailed this out to you this morning. If you're not on my email list, you can join this week, and this will be the free project sheet in my email. So now what we're going to do is just simply fold up on that first score line there, and then fold back on this other score line. So this is going to create our pocket, but don't glue it shut. I've got something to show you. We're going to use 2 little scraps of designer series paper to close our pocket. Now these can just be little scraps, and I have the measurement on my website or on that project sheet. But I'm using the Grow with Love. Whoa, you can't see that at all because of my light. Grow with Love stamp and die set. And in the die set, it's got these little strip cutters with the cute little edge. So I'm going to be using that. But before we close up our pocket, we want it to accommodate for whatever we're putting in there. Now, in this Grow with Love set, it comes with this great mini envelope die. So if you don't have this piece, you can just make, just cut a piece of cardstock to fit in there to use as an insert. It'll be so cute also. I'm using this stamp set. I love these sentiments on here and these beautiful foliage, or I guess they're spices. And then this is so pretty. I'll show you one of the examples. I use this on the little mini envelope. So we're going to pause this to make our insert so that our pocket is wide enough to hold whatever we're putting in there. This die makes it so easy to make this little mini envelope. I'm sure you could figure out how to just cut and make one, but this is super easy. You just run it through your machine. That cracking is normal. And then check that out. It cuts it and scores it all in one pass in the machine. And let me show you how cute it is. So you can just go ahead and fold on all those score lines, and then we'll take the bone folder to also reinforce that to make sure it's nice and flat. Then to glue this down, you just need to put glue on one side, one of the long sides, and glue that down, and then put some on the bottom here and fold that up. And there you've got just the cutest little pocket that you can put a note in there. You can put seeds. I think that's what these are designed for, to like grow seeds in your garden and share them with people, because look, one of the words on here is from the garden of, and you can write your name, or grow with love. I don't know. I think this is so just precious. Perfect for any gardener, that's for sure. Okay, so now bring your pocket back in. Now that we have what's going inside here, so go ahead and put it in here, and then take these little strips and you're gonna fold them. Don't crease them all the way, just fold them a little bit. I mean, if you crease them all the way, that's fine, but I want there to be enough space for this envelope. And now all we're gonna do is just kind of use them like a piece of tape. You're gonna put glue on both sides. And then holding that envelope in there, we're just gonna wrap this around so you can see that it's on the back and on the front. And just squish it in and do the same on the other side. There we go. And now we know that this is gonna go in and out very easily, because if we would have glued it, it might have been too tight. And yes, I did this on purpose to have that open, because you'll see the card, it kind of like pokes up out of the top here. So now we're going to make a little insert to slide inside of our envelope. And then you're just going to grab another scrap of paper. This one you just have cut, and I've got the measurements on that project sheet or website, and just put it right here at the top. And that is going to slide perfectly in here like that. Now, if you do not have this envelope, don't worry, you can still make this cute card. I would make an insert just like this for your pocket, but you'd want to make it a little bigger. You're going to make it 3.5 by like 2.25, and that will be the same size as this, but without the envelope part. And then just go ahead and put a pretty piece of Designer Series paper at the top, making it the same width of your insert. All right, let's finish decorating this little envelope. Now, I know it is probably supposed to go like this. I mean, it definitely is supposed to go like this, but I am going to use it as my like greeting. So I'm going to take this, thanks so much for your love and care, and I'm going to stamp it in Old Olive right on this flap. Hold on, I got to put this over my head so I don't get it wrong. There we go. And isn't that cool? It's like a sentiment strip for your card, and we're going to actually leave it open inside there. But now this stamp set has all these cute little plants, spices. So we're going to go ahead and stamp one of those, and then use the dies or your scissors to cut out those leaves. Now I already cut out this rosemary, and what we're going to do is attach it to this insert and using it as like a tab to easily pull it out. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this in because I want to kind of figure out where this should be because I don't want it covering up these words. So I'm going to kind of tuck it down in there and say, okay, that is perfect. Kind of pinch it, bring it back out, and just guess. I mean, if it covers up your words, it's fine. Oh no, I bent my my stems there. I guess I'll do like this, but don't put it up too high because that is our little pull tab. And I already forgot my positioning. Holy cow. Let me put it back in here before that glue dries and double check myself. Oh, it's so good. I think I'll try to tilt it just the littlest bit. There we go. And I'm going to pinch it now. And there. Isn't that so cute? It just kind of sticks out there so they know to pull it. They know to pull it. And then here's a little place to write on the front and back of there. I told you guys this was easy. This is all we have to do. Now we just layer it on our card base. So for your card base, just pick 2 of the colors in your paper to layer those on. So you can see the little tabs that are closing that, but we're gonna glue this down. Come on, glue. Oh, I must have a clog. That's okay. Put that right there. If you like this project, give me a thumbs up on this video. It really helps me so much. I appreciate you watching. Okay, and then we'll put this on my card base here. Isn't that cool? Just kind of a two-tone. I'm gonna flip this over, take my bone folder, and just rub it along here so that pocket gets really stuck on there. Isn't this adorable? But wait, there's more. Now these same little, I use that for these little tabs. There's a big one in here. So go ahead and grab another scrap of designer series paper. You can strategically place that to cut out an image if you want, or just use the other side. I actually think I like this, even though that bunny is so cute reading the books. Oh my goodness, I hate to not use that, but I think this kind of ties in better. Okay, and then check out this. I learned this trick from Rebecca. She is a customer of mine who sent me a card, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. So this is what she does. She takes a little piece of designer series paper, puts 2 pieces of Terran tape on there, and just kind of, you can use your finger or your bone folder to make sure those are really stuck down. And then peel back just one, the top one, to stick on your envelope right there like a seal for your envelope. But don't glue this down. So then when you go to send this card, your glue is already on there. You can rip that off, lick that, and bango, bango. It's just the cutest little way to close an envelope. Anyway, is this not just so adorable? It's like a double pocket. There's a pocket here and a pocket here. I have 2 more examples to show you using all the same designer series paper and the same stamp set, just kind of in a different way. So this one, I have it closed like it should be, but I actually did it upside down on purpose where the big flap is on the bottom because I loved this little circle, which I know you're supposed to like tie them and everything, but that was too much work for this card. So you guys know I'm like super simple. This is also in the stamp set with a that circle die cuts that out perfectly. So this is just kind of another way. Oh wait, I should show you the inside. There's the inside of that one. Maybe pull this one out. They're just too cute to be in those little envelopes. There's that one, and then one more, same pack of paper, same stamp and die set, but man, you could use this with so many different papers and also different stamp sets. Isn't that so cute? I hope you give me a try. Let me know. Tell me what else to put in here. All I could think of were like seeds and jewelry and little notes. I guess you could put some flat candies in there, but that's definitely not enough candy for me. I need a bigger envelope.
I put out a new card making video every Friday, so I hope to see you here next week. If you aren't subscribed, man, hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified. If you like this video, I'd love it if you could give me a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Thank you so much for watching. Have a sunny day.